let's do a little day in the life. So I start the morning off by feeding all of my horses. So my husband just opens the gate and my horses come in. They all know exactly where to go and what stall. Magic, my paint horse, always leads the group in. So he's in, then my little mare, Jazz, and then usually Nutmeg, the Mustang. My only one that's like iffy about where to go is Aria. And you'll see, she kind of lollygags in the hallway and can't really make up her mind about where she's going, but she will eventually make her way into her own stall, and they all eat their grain inside, and they usually head back out. My border horse, Maury, comes in next, and I do have a few horses that stay in at night, so those ones are already in and eating. Maury heads on down to his stall, and then I start taking horses out. First one out is Maggie the Mustang, so I lead her out because she doesn't know where to go. Then I just pop the doors on all of my other ones. So their gates get popped open, and then they should make their way back out. But Aria has to wait for a friend. So pop all those open, and the girls head out first. Magic follows. So yeah, you can see Aria lollygagging in the hallway. That's just Aria for you. There's no stopping. Nutmeg always leaves with a big old mouthful of food. And they just know exactly where they're going, so they head on out without fail, though. They will always find a grass snack along the fence, you'll see in a second. And they have to grab their big old wad of grass before they run to the pasture. You can actually see the dark clouds. There was a storm rolling in that day, so Lake Brown was not in full effect then, but you can see it's completely dry. After the storm, my big old lake reappears, which I hate, but it is what it is. So, yep, Nutmeg grabs her big wad of grass, and they run out to their pasture. Nutmeg! Girls are always fighting, you can see. Nutmeg, here she comes. She waits before she crosses the gate, and then she does her little run on out to her spot in the pasture with her wad of grass. And then head back in to let the rest of the horses out. So it's going to be border horse Maury and our oldest horse, who's a border, Echo. Those two are pastured together. Echo just stays in at night. So those boys head out together, and Echo's so cute. He's a little passo, and he gates his way out of there. So he heads on out, and once they hit the dirt, they take off also. Echo's the oldest. He's 26 this year, so old man, but doing well. So they head on out. This is just our breakfast morning routine every day. My husband closes the gate for them, and then at the time, I still had a training horse, our little Appy gelding camo. So I go put his mask on and his halter, and then he had to be let out because his pasture is not off of the arena side. So I get him all ready to go, and then take him outside also. Once everyone is out, Jack will be the last one to go. We all know Jack, and he's pretty special. And so I just lead him by his fly mask. He pretty much knows where he's going. He just needs to be guided a touch. And then I do all the stalls. So here we are cleaning the stalls
She's
out.
just like...
Camo was actually going to his new home the next day. So we practiced some trailer loading, self-loading. And then we followed up with some groundwork just to make sure he was fine-tuned and ready to go for his new home. Which he totally was. He loads right up by himself. And his groundwork was pretty good. It was rather hot that day, so not bad. I then followed up with 2 riding lessons, an intermediate rider who is learning some barrel racing, turning, steering stuff, and then a rider who is riding our border's horse, Maury, and she's just really working on getting him to self-collect and hold himself together using his hind end. So you can see we had to put some draw reins. So we put some draw reins on just to like get him to use his body because he's rather lazy. And then it's an evening feeding. Everyone comes in, eats their grain, and I do a fly spray on everyone. The flies here are horrible. I actually use a homemade fly spray with essential oils and some other stuff. So it's all natural, but it works really, really well. So they just eat their grain. I fly spray them all down. The ones that have to come in stay in at night, and the ones that go out finish and head on out. So that's kind of what a day in the life on the farm looks like. Hope you enjoyed it.